Hello and welcome to the Too Much Time on Our Hands podcast. If you're joining us on the stream, good evening. Thank you very much for who's opening the fucking can?
You're back for seconds. How bad?
Okay. Hello and welcome to the Too Much Time on Our Hands podcast. If you're joining us on the stream, good evening. Thank you very much for joining us. If you're listening to us on the podcast, thanks very much for listening to us as well. I'm really excited, so I'm not even going to be passive-aggressive about how you lot of flipping listeners can't be bothered to watch us. I am going to get straight into it because we are going to be ranking the Bond films, the Eon Bond films, I may add, of which there are now 25. But we are going to be obviously looking at the 24 that we've seen, because I don't think any of us have seen the 25th one that's literally just come out. I'm looking around. No, blank faces.
I saw it.
Okay.
I saw it.
You saw it. Sorry, all 3 hours of it, yeah?
Yep. Sorry, during my lunch break.
Is it good?
It's no, I haven't seen it. I lied.
Oh. Okay, fine. Awesome. Well, lies aside, we're going to be taking a look. Lies aside, football. We're going to be looking at the Bond films and ranking them. We've got various categories. I'm going to hand over to Dan in just a sec so that he can go through how we're going to be ranking these things. But first of all, let's do the introductions. Obviously, it is the awesome foursome back together. So we're going to say hello, first of all, to returning Duncan. Hello, Duncan.
Hello, Tom. Hello, everyone.
It's good to see you back.
It's lovely to be back.
It's lovely to have you, mate. Hello, Russ.
What's up, boys?
Daniel, hello.
Hello.
You can call him Dan, obviously, but Daniel is a bit more formal, and that's fine.
No, it's just Daniel now. Just Daniel.
Just Daniel.
Yeah.
Just one last thing. Okay, so it's all good. We're going to be looking at the Bond films. Dan, I'm going to hand over to you so that you can tell us how we're going to be ranking these mother bitches.
We are going to be going in chronological order through each Bond film and ranking them with help from some of the suggestions from Phil. So thank you, Phil, if you're watching or listening. I'm sure you will at some point, so thank you. Out of 5, we will be ranking the following. Gadgets and cars comes under one category out of 5. The names.
A car is just a big gadget, isn't it?
It's a big gadget. Exactly. Q's in charge of all of it, right?
Right.
So that's all the gadgets in it. The names, humorous names potentially. There's a few out there. There's some corkers out there. The theme tune out of 5. All these out of 5 so far. Villains out of 5. How much we like the villains, how good they are, and then finally out of 10, how much we actually like the movie. Are we going in chronological order, start to finish, straight through?
Yeah. And see if you can guess exactly how much of this we're prepared for.
We've prepared enough for none of it. I listened to all the theme tunes earlier.
That's good. That's good preparation. That's good. Because that does actually count. That does matter. That is a thing.
It really is important.
There are some shit ones as well as some good ones as well.
Yeah, there's some very good ones.
Yeah.
Emma went to when they did the Bond themes at the Royal Albert Hall a couple of years ago, and she said it was fantastic. And actually, the one Sam Smith did was good when it wasn't done by Sam Smith. Unsurprisingly.
Yeah.
He doesn't actually have a neck.
No. You've got to Spectre.
Yeah. Spectre finger. It's not the words. Anyway, shall we?
A better theme tune.
Should we start off? Because I'm itching. I'm itching to go.
Oh, by the way, no, Never Say Never Again, and no original Casino Royale.
No,
okay.
Well, I mean, we call the Casino Royale the original Casino Royale. It was, interestingly enough, it was a David Niven film where he played an old Bond bringing a new James Bond up through the ranks, and it was actually a spoof. It was played for laughs. And I think it was because, but essentially it existed in rights limbo for ages because no one could get the Casino Royale rights off of, I can't even remember what film company it was, but eventually Eon managed to buy them back, and of course Daniel Craig's first outing as Bond was in his version of Casino Royale, which is actually not a bad remake of that particular, well, not remake, but remake of the book, I think. Reimagining of the book. Let's call it.
It was the Amazing Spider-Man of its day, wasn't it?
It was indeed, and it obviously launched a sex symbol in young Mr. Craig and his tight shorts.
Oh, they are tight as well, those shorts, aren't they?
Indeed they are.
Love it. Yeah,
Good Bond theme as well.
Very good Bond
it is.
theme.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure we'll get to it at some point.
Casino Royale.
Casino Royale.
That's definitely how it went. All right, cool. Right, so obviously the year is 1962. Dr. No hits the silver screen.
Yes,
and
indeed.
births an icon in the original James Bond, played fantastically by the man from the land of where you live, Duncan, Sean Connery, in Scotland. Yes. He played Bond very well.
Did.
Yes.
Yes. Much money for it.
So you look at some of the famous lines from this.
Dan is on the quotes section of the IMDb page at the moment.
Yeah.
Obviously, the most famous line is Bond, James Bond, which kind of set everything off. This is widely considered the best James Bond film as well. Like, straight off the bat, people love this film.
I would say that at the time, probably up until Dr. No.
At the time, when it was the first one.
Sorry, up until Goldfinger, I would say. People thought it was the best Bond film.
So 3 films in, people thought it was, up until 3 films in, it was...
It's definitely up there. Like, I think I've got it 5th in my overall ranking.
5th in your overall ranking. I haven't ranked any of these yet.
I've got it at number 8, because it's behind a few of the ones that I actually, on re-evaluation, have changed their order. But anyway, I've got it at number 8 on my list. I think it's very cool. Takes Bond to Jamaica.
It does.
And he meets the beautiful Ursula Andress playing Honey Rider, which is also a great name for a Bond lady. I don't want to call them Bond girls, because I think that's a bit dropped. I think Bond ladies, they are, in the Bond films, they're ladies.
They're kind of sidekicks, aren't they? Usually they're like the key sidekick.
Yes.
If you're going to put it.
Key sidekick / bikini model and gets fridged in the second act.
Yeah.
Yes, it's largely faithful to the book, actually, which is why I think Dr. No is probably quite fondly remembered. It is, and yeah, Dr. No is one of my favourite of the Fleming novels, actually.
Cracking book.
The book is so good, and yeah, it is very. I can understand why in 1962 they didn't want to try and do a giant squid coming in.
Yeah. Yeah.
Can you imagine what it would have looked like if they'd done on because that is not even by the standards of the day, that was not a high budget movie. Not really. They probably blew it all on travelling to Jamaica.
Well, I think they probably blew quite a lot of it on that flame-throwing armoured tractor that looks like the Dragon's Tooth flame tank from Tiberian Sun, Command and Conquer Tiberian Sun. It looks like that, with the big sort of mashy front end and all the flame and all that sort of stuff. I thought it was great. I do like Dr. No. As I say, it's like number 8 on my list, and at 24, that's pretty damn good. So,
it's excellent.
So what are we going to do in terms of...
Well, he doesn't actually have that many gadgets in it.
Yeah, gadgets and cars...
There is no car. The Aston Martin
doesn't
make it.
Pretty low, to be honest, because they hadn't really got into that side of things yet. Because that's not really in the books, the gadgets and things.
They are in a few, but in the Dr. No, he starts off with a Beretta, I think.
Yeah, he doesn't even have his PPK, does he?
No. And actually, in the Fleming novels, I think the Fleming novels, he uses a Beretta, but it was actually criticised by several other of Fleming's former sort of spy friends as being too feminine a gun for a secret agent to carry.
Yeah, he gets it taken off him, doesn't he? The quartermaster comes in and basically says, you can't have that.
Yeah.
That's what a lady would take to a nightclub, have a proper gun.
Exactly, which is very good remembering, actually. On the car side, I'm just looking at a list here because as much as I love the cars, I can't actually remember which ones were in there, and it's actually because there's nothing particularly memorable. You've got a Ford Anglia, a LaSalle funeral coach, a Chevrolet Bel Air, a Chevrolet Impala, a Ford Consul Mark II, Austin Cambridge A55, a Vauxhall PA Bellox, and a Sunbeam Alpine.
Yeah, it wasn't really a thing yet, was it?
No, so the cars weren't really it. It was, I think, to be honest, what Dr. No did very well was establish the Bond character incredibly well, which is why I don't rank it as high as I would other films, but it does do an incredibly good job of establishing Bond's character.
But in using Dr. No with gadgets, shall we include also the gadgets the villains have? Because Dr. No does have some cool... I'm pretty sure he has some very cool
He has a robot hand.
He has got the robot hands, which is quite genius prosthetics.
Yeah.
And we got the dragon tractor thing, which is actually a very cool gadget. Though the villains have it, I would still say actually those are some very cool.
Yeah, pretty cool. I'm going 2 out of 5 for gadgets and cars.
Yeah. But Paul says he has the Bentley, does he not? Isn't that from Russia with Love?
Bentley's Russia with Love. It's 3.5
He has.
litre.
So in the book he drives a Bentley, doesn't he? That he calls the locomotive.
Yeah.
But
Paul says that was in the book as well. So yeah.
I think it's in the film. I can't remember. If it is, it's not in there enough to have stuck in my memory, which is the only thing that matters.
The Sunbeam Alpine. I've got a list of like you, Tom. I've got a list of cars that.
What was the music for Doctor No?
It was actually the original Bond theme. And
it doesn't have its own song, does it?
It has.
You've got to, Doctor No.
I was going to say it's probably just Doctor No.
Right.
It's
0 for music then.
No, it's not. It's they use. It's Louis Armstrong that you got all the time in the world.
Yes. Okay.
It's not Doctor No.
Yes, it is. It's at the end of Doctor No. Yes.
Yeah, it is.
They use
I thought it was at the end of.
You got all.
Oh, it's I think.
It's in Doctor No. And it's the
We
original
have all
Bond
the
theme.
time. We have all the time in the world is after his wife gets killed in that one, isn't it?
What in no, that's in on Her Majesty's Secret Service.
Yeah,
But I don't think it is at the no.
Because he says he literally says the line, "We have all the time in the world," as he's holding her dying in the car.
It's on Her Majesty's Secret Service.
Is it?
0 for music on Doctor No. I'm going
You
super
can't
harsh
have
with everything.
0. It's got the fucking Bond theme.
That doesn't count.
It's
They've all got the
first
fucking
one
Bond
that's got
theme,
it.
so
Okay,
they've
we
all
start
got it.
off
So it
with
counts as
that.
0.
Okay, guys, it doesn't make great telly when we all shout over each other.
It's that thing
So
in,
why don't we go through? Why don't
in
we go
30
through
Rock,
our
there's that show
rankings?
called Sports Shouting, which is just this, but everyone goes da 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 da.
That's the
Why
minute.
don't we?
We can't count the Bond theme towards the music because they all have it. So
This was the theme tune to this film.
Yeah.
but it's not got its own. It's not got its own song.
Because they haven't got there yet.
Yeah. Sorry Adele couldn't make it in 1962, Russ.
Yeah,
Fucking
well,
hell.
she should have done. So yeah, you do it your way. I'm going 0.
Fine.
Are we going to
You're
actually
wrong.
Are we going to add all our scores together for this?
Who knows? Everyone, we can make a note.
Okay. So everyone. So we go gadgets then. So everyone score gadgets. You Russ, you win. Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
2. I'm going for gadgets.
2.
Cars.
I'm going to go for a 2 as well.
Yes, I'm going to go for a 2 as well.
Yeah. Okay.
And I'm going to go for a 2, so that's 8.
8 points for gadgets. Okay.
Okay.
Theme tune.
0.
Russ. 0. Harsh man. I'm going to go for a 3.
I'm going to go for a 1.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm going to go for a 3 as well, because it's the original and we wouldn't have had it and we wouldn't have stuck
Exactly.
without
Duncan.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I completely agree with you.
Fuck nuts.
But all the films have got that same music in, so it's
Only
That's like-
because of
they
Doctor
cancel
No.
each other out.
I completely disagree with you.
I hear you. I respect you. I completely disagree with you.
Okay. Funny names. Oh, sorry, just names. I've got to stop saying funny names. Honey Rider is a great name.
Honey Rider's
It is,
pretty
but-
good,
but
and
they
also
haven't
just
got-
Doctor No as the name for a baddie. That is
Yeah.
it's an incredible name for a villain.
It is.
Doctor No.
Nout. Doctor
Yeah.
Nout.
Where are we going with this one then, Russ?
And there's the 3 blind mice as well.
Uh,
3
what
men who has.
names? I'm going 3 for names.
Going 2 because I don't want to blow my load with the names. I think there's better to come. So yeah, Duncan.
I'm going to go 3.
3. Tom.
Names, I'm going to go 2 because they get better.
10.
That's kind of what I thought. So 10 points for names. Villain. Great villain.
Yeah,
Yeah,
excellent
good,
villain.
good.
Not enough in the way of like standout henchmen though. So I'm going to go 3 overall.
I'm gonna go 3 as well.
Island base, pretty good. Not a hollowed out volcano.
That's
Yes.
also very true. Yeah.
But
Duncan?
also served as fantastic influence for Doctor Evil in his original
I mean,
incarnation.
He really doesn't do that much to him.
The details of
Dr.
my
Evil.
life are quite inconsequential.
Like Doctor Evil doesn't deviate from Doctor No that much.
No.
Like it's crazy, really. Okay, so 3 from me, 3 from Russ. Duncan.
3 from me.
9 points so far, Tom.
Mm-hmm.
What's this for? Segment again?
Villains.
Villain.
Oh, villain. He's a 3.
Yeah. Okay, so it's a solid 12. And how much do we like the film?
9 out of 10 from me.
Wow, what? That's a high.
I love it. It's great.
Start.
It's right up there in mine.
Okay, I'm going 7.
Yeah, I'm going for 7 as well.
Okay, I'm going for a solid 7 out of 10.
Solid 7 out of 10 there.
I'm going for an 8.
Yeah, okay, so that's.
I mean, this might end up being a 2-parter. This
it's going to end.
No shit. We're 20 minutes in and we talked about one film.
Yeah. let's try and break the back of it. Let's try and get 12 done. So we'll rattle through.
Let's try and get to end of more. Okay.
Okay. End of more.
I think the end of more is at least the end of more. Maybe Dalton.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. So that is 25, 37, 68 to start with for Dr. No. I don't know whether that's any good. Next up, then, From Russia with Love.
Russia with Love.
Yes. Sorry, I was starting to doubt myself.
Duncan is watching the cricket on a separate screen.
So shall I set the scene?
Oh, hang on. Dan's pointed out that Dr. Evil is based on Blofeld, not Dr. No.
Well,
he's based on all of them, really, isn't he?
Can I just say, go back and actually watch Dr. No, and you will see that Dr. Evil, while physically is based on Ernest Stavros Blofeld, he is actually an incredibly good character study of the Dr. No character. I hate to be that guy, but this is kind of my area. So.
The big yes was because I was seeing if I could remember the order of the movies.
So it's 1963, the year after Dr. No comes out, and this one is Schmersh. This is Rosa Klebb. This is the first appearance of number 3, which is brilliant. It's the one set in Turkey. Travels to Turkey, and they're looking for Lector.
Yeah,
which is great.
Okay, this is very closely based on the novel. This one.
So From Russia with Love.
Closely.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just going to say it because I have to with this one. This is my favourite of Connery's films.
Oh.
While it's not I don't think it's the best Bond film. It's definitely my favourite of the Bond films as well.
Would you like to know a little tidbit that they? Sadly, he's passed away, but a former skipper of mine, he actually spent time going over the boat chase scene to figure out where it was actually filmed. They figured it was actually filmed near Easdale. They actually mapped where the barrels all get cut and blown up. He went through and they matched up the scenery. They went, that's that island, that's island, and they spent time to actually find it out.
Duncan, in your time off, did you find some genuinely relevant anecdotes? Congratulations!
Good.
Yeah, that Duncan, that should go in your book.
The book.
Good.
George Houston, legend. Sadly, he passed away.
Oh,
amazing.
That is sad. But interesting other tidbits. This is actually the first outing for Q. This is the first film that actually had the Q branch in it.
Yeah. And correct me if I'm wrong, is this the one that's got the little wristy thing? The little poison dart gun thing? Or am I thinking of a different one?
This is the one with the attaché case. Do you remember the one with the tear gas grenade hidden inside the top of the briefcase? Even though I've just made a big thing about this being kind of my area, I actually can't remember whether this is the one with the dart gun that comes out of his watch. It may very well be. But it's great. I mean, who can forget the scene with him on the train and the Russian assassin?
Yeah.
Red Grant, is that what he calls himself?
That's absolutely bang on.
And
Donald Red Grant.
It's Robert Shaw as well, isn't it?
A
decent actor. I honestly don't remember anything about this film. It's been so long since I've watched this one, I'll be honest.
The names aren't brilliant, although you do have number 5, number 3, Donald Red Grant, Tatiana Romanova, which is, so unbelievably stereotypically Russian, as a name. It gets a few points for silliness, but actually, I got to say, it's probably one of the grittier Bond films from that early era in the 60s, and actually I think still stands up today. Like, unlike Dr. No, which is dated terribly because of its misogynist attitudes, actually From Russia with Love has endured quite well, and has worn time, I think, quite well.
Which car is it? This is not the first outing of the DB5. That was
No, that's next.
This is the Bentley.
So the Bentley 3.5 litre is there. It's parked outside MI6 Towers, and it gets retired at the beginning of the film. There's barely any reference to it beyond it's had its day, I'm afraid, M's orders 007. The only gadget that I think it was visibly shown to have was a car phone in the front of it, and that was it.
Which was, incredible for the time.
Exactly. This had the Rolls-Royce Silver Wraith, the Citroen 11, the Ford Ranch wagon, and a Chevrolet C30 Apache.
Gadgets-wise, I found a list of gadgets, by the way.
Again, the villain has a really good gadget.
So you've got communications. James Bond had a pager in this one.
Was that the watch, the one that printed out on the watch?
The wrist-mounted fax machine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was that the other? No,
That's what every cutting-edge businessman on the go needs.
Attaché case full of many tools,
Yeah,
gadgets.
that attaché case was amazing.
Yeah, it was very cool.
Then they had about 30 different versions of it, depending on what needed to pop out of it at any one time.
It had the twisting. If you could push them out, like if you had to, instead of pushing them in like normal briefcases, you push them out to disable the tear gas grenade and stop it going off. So of course Bond manages at some point to trick someone into opening it the wrong way and getting a face full of tear gas.
The gadget, I think it is Red Grant had a Garrotte wire watch. Also, it featured a poison-tipped shoe knife.
Love that.
Yeah.
Rosa Klebb.
Yeah, Rosa Klebb.
Yeah.
Who tries to steal Lecter at the end while dressed as a maid, while looking exactly the same as her. And also she is the basis of Frau Farbissner from the Austin Powers films.
Yeah.
And a tape recorder disguised as a camera.
Brilliant. Genius.
Yeah, there we go.
So shall we rank it?
I'm going to be... Okay, so I need to look up who did the theme tune this one, and then I'll remember what it was.
It was Monroe.
Matt Monroe it was,
Matt
wasn't
Monroe.
it? Yeah.
From Russia with love.
It's all right, isn't it?
It's not a classic, is it? Right, so what was the first one? Gadgets and cars.
So I'm going 3 on that, the attaché case and the pointy shoes.
Yeah, pointy shoes I'm all for. I'm going 3 as well.
So hang on, we're ranking gadgets out of
5. Everything out of 5 except for how much we love the film.
So it's 3 for me.
Okay, so it's 3's all round, Duncan?
Yeah, 3.
Okay, so that's 12 to start with. Okay. What was next? Names? Rubbish for names, this one.
Yeah, just going 1 on this. No, they hadn't really lent into sort of double entendre names very much for this.
Yeah, I'll go 1 as well.
Yeah, so 1 from me. 1 from me, Bob.
1 for me as well.
They didn't lean into double entendre names, so I'm going to give it 1.
Hey!
Nice. You earn a shilling.
And so, villain?
I'll go 5 with this.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So
they are hard. They are scarily hard.
His scene with Red Grant on the train is phenomenal. And Rosa Klebb is one of the absolute top iconic Bond villains.
Yeah, she's a nightmare.
Yeah.
She's literally a walking nightmare. So
it doesn't get much better
than 5. They get a 5 from me.
Cool. So 2 5s, Duncan?
Keep the top line.
4.
Okay, so that's 14. I'm going to go 3. I didn't love it as much as you guys. So that's 17 though still. Blimmin' heck. That's a lot. Theme tune next, right?
I'm going to go 2.
It
feels a bit hard. It's a good song, but it's not to my taste. I don't really like it.
It's not memorable for me.
Let me put it this way. If Tom's version of Spectre comes into my head more than the actual theme tune does, it means it's not a memorable theme tune.
Yeah. From Russia with love.
From Russia, exactly, yeah. That's actually, I think, better. I'm going to give it a 1.
Okay.
Not a theme tune. What did you go with 2, did you say, Russ?
Yeah.
3. 2. So 3. Duncan?
3. I like
Three.
it. I was singing upstairs. I like Matt Monro. I like the crooning. It's a bit. Admittedly,
It's very croony, isn't it? I think that's what I don't like about it.
But
I'm not big into crooning.
At the same time, it just holds a thing because back at primary school when Mark Wall and I were really into. I was still into Bond, but we were into Bond themes quite a lot. We would sing that. I quite enjoy it, so I'm giving it a 3.
Tom?
What for?
Music.
The song?
Theme tune.
Oh, the theme tune. The theme tune gets a 2 from me.
Yeah, okay, so 8 in total. How much we like the film? Russ?
8.
Ooh, 5.
Because it's my personal favourite, it's getting the 10.
Oh,
Another
23 so far. Yep.
Another 8. I love the boat chase. It is so phenomenally. Oh, no, is that Thunderball? That's Thunderball, isn't it? No, it is from Russia with Love.
You literally had an anecdote about the boat chase, Duncan.
Yeah. No, it is from. Oh fuck.
Don't forget the anecdote, Duncan. That book needs
Just
pages.
Yeah, fuck.
say
Do not ruin
a number
this
and
now.
move on.
Yeah.
I did. I just said 8.
Right.
So we had a 10 and 8. So we had 26, 31. Okay, 39, 29.
You're going to need to get some auto sum formulas on this spreadsheet of yours.
I've got an auto one.
72. It shoots into the lead.
Very nice.
What
Right.
was the score for everyone enjoyed
68.
the film?
68, wasn't it?
68, yeah.
No, but
What was that?
We'll catch up with the stats later. Don't worry. What's the next film?
Okay.
The next film is
Goldfinger.
Goldfinger.
Boom.
This.
What needs to be said?
Yeah. This might win for a number of reasons. This has got a bit of everything.
One amongst it, of those reasons, is probably that this is the best Bond film.
Yeah,
I would say just pipping that for a reason is there's a scene where he emerges from the sea with a fake seagull on his head.
But that is why it's the best, because it, like Dan said, it literally had everything. It leaned into everything. A little bit of the humour.
Is this the one where he unzips the scuba suit and there's a tux underneath?
I thought that was Dr. No.
I can't remember what film that scene's in.
So, Goldfinger is Auric Goldfinger. It's the Nazi gold sort of heist kind of film, if you like, with no Ocean's 11, Brad Pitt or George Clooney, and probably does better because they weren't even probably alive by that point. Well, they were probably born actually, weren't they? But this is, of course, the
George
film.
Clooney was probably in his 30s, to be fair.
Yeah, this is the yeah, that's good. This is probably the film that we're best known for Pussy Galore, as well as Odd Job.
Yeah.
It's the laser scene is excellent, but
so
a lot
good.
of people actually. I was reading some articles about it today in my downtime, and a lot of people say that it's the golf game he plays with Auric Goldfinger, which is probably one of the best for the Bond character, because it just showed everything about him: his arrogance, his risk-taking, the fact that he loves being a secret agent, the fact that he knew that Auric Goldfinger was cheating, and so worked with his caddy, who was brilliantly acted by that bloke with the sort of cheeky Cockney accent, it's just excellent. It just shows off everything, and it's also, because I'm a big Bond car fan, it's also the first appearance of this.
Yeah.
Would you like another anecdote?
Okay. I'm getting slightly concerned. Is this okay? Let's run through a couple of just like a little check sheet. Is it from this film?
Yes.
Okay, good. Did it happen to you or someone
No.
you know?
My great-grandfather.
Okay, this sounds awesome already. Let's go for it.
My great-grandfather test drove that Aston Martin DB5 around the streets of Edinburgh because he was a mechanic, and
Nice.
somehow had a connection to Sean Connery, and so he got a chance.
You're on fire tonight, Duncan.
Boom.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
That is fucking awesome.
So
I love that cartoon.
This one
It's my-
actually has the rotating. I don't know. Unfortunately,
I used to
can't get
have
the
that
focus
car.
to work. But it actually has the rotating.
Number plate.
Fingers right. The rotating license plate on it, just like that, and the click.
Click.
The little bits. The ejector seat, obviously. The
And
bulletproof
bulletproofs.
bit at the back. Unfortunately, it doesn't have the tyre shredders like the original toys had, but this is quite a nice, accurate 20th. What was it? No, 50th. This was the 50th anniversary version of the toy that came out.
We
which
had
is very
that
lovely.
toy, not the 50th anniversary, but the original. I think my mum
It's
had
the
it.
first
I
one
broke
that had like proper gadgets as well, like
Yeah.
proper gadgets.
Yeah, there's the bigger version there, which I can't get off its mounting, but it's equally beautiful.
So
wonderful
it. Do you
toy.
expect me to talk?
So
Not this
speaking,
one.
I expect you to die. It's so good. It's so good. I rewatched that just earlier. It's so yeah, seagull headgear. Obviously,
This
grapple
is
gun.
the one where he comes out of the wetsuit into a tux, isn't it?
Yes.
And he like sparks up a fag at the bar, checks the time on his watch, and then the chemical plant or whatever it is he's just rigged to blow explodes behind him, and he just stands there being super cool.
Yeah. Homing device. Objob's steel rimmed hat as well.
Which is
They don't get much
fantastic.
cooler than that in terms of gadgets as well.
It's the jetpack as well, isn't it?
I think it is, isn't it?
Yeah.
You've got the laser.
Put the laser on my balls.
Yeah, love it. Love it. This film, yeah. Theme tune.
The best one.
Shirley Bassey's best one, definitely.
Yes, absolutely.
It's the best one.
But it also has
Even if Alan Partridge has utterly ruined it.
Dan's come up with some gold so far. The dark gun he believes is from Moonraker.
Yeah, I think
we'll
it
get
was.
there.
Yeah.
We'll get there.
Yeah, I can't wait for that one. And it's almost as bad as the love scene from Blade Runner, which is a smear on that amazing film, which is basically, essentially, when Deckard forces himself on Rachel. So yeah.
Yes.
I do love that car. Paul says bulletproof glass everywhere except the rear window, which apparently requires a bulletproof tea tray.
It had a little slidey up bit, didn't
Yeah.
it?
It did, which is very nicely. Also, I just want to say there are some absolutely stonking cars in this. So apart from the DB5, you've got Auric Goldfinger's incredible Rolls-Royce Phantom, which looks bloody marvellous. It's actually got the the white over red, Ford Mustang, which is driven by Tilly Masterton, which is brilliant. Goldfinger himself also has a Mercedes-Benz 190, a Mercedes-Benz 220, and a Ford Country Squire. Just beautiful vehicles. And Felix Leiter is, of course, in the film driving his Ford Thunderbird. You've got the Lincoln Continental, the Ford Ranchero, and also the other Lincoln Continentals that are it's a convertible version of the Lincoln Continental that they drive off into the sunset in, which is wonderful, absolutely wonderful.
So should we get some scores?
Let's do it. Okay, you're right kicking things off again, Russ?
Sure, yeah. So
Go for it.
gadgets and cars,
Yeah.
5.
5 from me as well.
Yeah.
This is like classic James Bond. Like
First
from now
appearance
on.
of the DB5.
Yeah.
You can't beat that.
Seagull headwear coming out of the water as well.
Genius.
Yeah. Master of disguise. So yeah. so yeah, it's a 5 from me as well, yeah. Tom?
It's 5 from me.
Duncan?
5 from me. It's like it's the whole. I just remember. Okay, so obviously I didn't remember which film, but the whole coming out of a dive suit and into a tux is originally what I wanted to do for my wedding. I mean, our wedding.
At my wedding!
At my wedding, I wanted to do this. At our wedding, I wasn't allowed.
Our wedding was a bit more conservative than that, yes.
And we just didn't have. I mean, if there was a lake, that would have happened.
I love that was what held you back. A lack of a body of water. So, oh, amazing. I love you, Duncan. I've missed you. What was next? Names, right?
Character names, I think I'm going to go 4 for this.
Yeah. I mean, we've got Pussy Galore here.
An odd job.
Odd job.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm afraid it gets a 5 from me.
It's going to get a 5 from me as well. You got Goldfinger as well.
You got Pussy Galore. I mean, it's the
Pussy
name,
Galore.
it's the name that launched 1,000 loads.
It's not even a double entendre. It's a single entendre.
Duncan, what's your score for names?
There's only one that I kind of think might beat it. So I am going with. I'm going to go for a 4.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
So that's 18 for that.
I mean, obviously, a lot of Vagina is from Austin Powers.
Vagina.
Miss Vagina.
No, 'cause
I also
right,
like to
the
live
villain.
dangerously.
Villain. Fucking
5.
great.
5. Just 5.
Yeah,
5.
5 from me as well.
Is that
Yeah.
5's around?
Yeah. Theme tune.
The music.
Come
5.
5.
5.
Oh, I'm going to be a snob with this one. There are ones I like more than this one. But yeah. Okay.
I'm going to give a lot of 5s for theme tunes, by the way. There
Oh,
are
yeah, there's
quite
some fucking belters, yeah.
And then so your overall score, it's a 10 from me. It's a 10 from Len.
Oh, 9 from me. 8. It's not my favourite. 8. But I do love it.
I'm giving 10 to a few though. I'm not giving 10 just to my
Oh,
favourite.
okay, then I'm going 9 then. Okay, 9.
Because there's 24 of them, so we'd run out of numbers if we did it that way.
Yeah, that's a good point. Duncan? Tom?
I think I'm going to do 9.
Okay, cool. Okay, so
9.
28. Tom?
Because it's not my favourite Bond film, but it is the best Bond film. It gets the 10 for me.
Ooh, okay. Okay.
115 in total there.
Bloody
I had
hell.
116.
And it shoots into the lead.
I don't care.
Fine, cool. I've got the workings out if we need to go back through it, so that's fine. Right.
I think we're going to get to the end of the Connery films.
Yeah, maybe. Oh, we're good. We've still got 20, 30-ish minutes. Cool. Okay, so Thunderball next. Have I missed one? I have.
Thunderball.
Have I missed one? I haven't missed one, have I? No, it's Thunderball next.
It's Thunderball next.
Okay, that's right. Thunderball. Okay, then.
He always runs.
This is the one with the jetpack, for starters.
This is one of the like Bondiest Bond films.
It really is. That's a really good way of describing it.
It's packed with gadgets. The villain's got a flipping eye patch. It's pretty cool.
It is quite cool, yeah. And the villain's pretty.
As an
pretty rough
avionics fan as well, it also has an Avro Vulcan bomber
does.
being hijacked with 2 nuclear bombs on board, which is just cool to see an Avro Vulcan in any film.
When I was about 6, I was at an air show and a Vulcan flew over about 200 feet above the ground, and it was one of the most
Amazing.
impressive things
Yeah.
I've ever seen or heard.
Was that the first time you ever had an orgasm?
Pretty much, like it. You felt it rather than heard
Yeah.
it. It was incredible.
I saw
It
it
was
on
when
their show
it
as
was
well.
when Britain had a strategic bomber force, and it's wonderful. And
Yeah.
they're
But
amazing
obviously,
machines.
it's good that we don't need them now.
No, because we've got Trident, which are seaborne.
Which actually that's way worse. No, ignore me. Yeah,
Yeah.
bad. Yeah, not good at all. So this one, the problem is, it comes after Goldfinger, right?
Yes.
Oh, I mean, it's not
That's
as
gonna-
good as Goldfinger.
Yeah, this now looks really average compared to Goldfinger. Whilst being quite a good film, I think. I quite like this. I quite like Thunderball.
So do you want to know an interesting thing about this?
I'd love to.
So while Thunderball the film is an adaptation of the novel by the same name, it was actually the novel was based on an original story by Kevin McClory, Jack Whittingham and Fleming, and an original screenplay by Jack Whittingham. So it's one of the weird ones that was kind of, the screenplay was written from a film script that had been written for a Bond film. Almost the film script came first and the book came second, which is an interesting one. It's also got Felix Leiter in, and I love films that have Felix Leiter in.
Felix Leiter is one of my favourite characters in the
Yes.
Bond franchise. I like him as well. And I love who they got to play him in the Daniel Craig era, the more recent ones.
Oh yeah, smashing. Yeah,
Yeah,
really, really
yeah.
lovely. Yeah, really
Okay.
very modern as well.
It's not great for names, this one, for starters.
No,
Um,
no, it's not. Let's have a look.
Yeah.
Domino Deval,
Yeah.
Emilio Largo, Fiona
Spectres number
Volpe.
2.
Yeah.
Number 2.
It doesn't really push the boat out with the car. It's the same car, isn't it?
D5 again, yeah.
Is in it at the end.
Yeah. Dan says this was the best film for sharks.
Yeah, and boring scuba fights, if that's your thing.
Yeah,
Bloody love the boring scuba fights.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, you just didn't say him off.
Also, this is the film that introduces the villains sitting around a table with the guy pressing buttons and frying them.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, this is
Yeah.
literally when Spectre stopped being a sort of an evil organisation of movers and shakers and started being a boardroom.
Yeah, with the he's asking for reports on their different areas, and then
Number 3, your report.
looking at the guy smoking the skeleton in the chair next to him.
So with this one, we get a tape recorder and a dictionary. This tape recorder is fucking everything. A Geiger counter in a watch.
That's quite clever.
A rebreather, infrared camera with Geiger counter, radioactive homing pill. So obviously, then when you get the Geiger counter, you can motorbike torpedoes, and most importantly, jetpack
And harpoon guns.
and harpoon guns. They're whalers on the moon, and they carry their harpoon, but there are no whales.
Yes.
I can't remember the rest of it. Anyway,
There are no whales, so we tell tall tales and sing our whaling tune.
nice. Dan says my favourite Bond films as a kid were all the ones that featured a fish tank full of sharks, and this was the best one full of sharks.
Mm-hmm.
That is a really good point. That's a really good way of looking at it as well.
But sadly, none of the frickin' sharks had frickin' laser
Frickin'
beams
laser
attached to their
beams.
frickin' heads.
It is impossible to talk about James Bond now without talking about Austin Powers, isn't it?
Yeah, sometimes.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah,
Okay,
nice.
should we get some scores then for this one?
Let's do it.
The gadgets. Russ?
Go 4.
Yeah, it gets a 4 from me for the jetpack.
I guess 3 from me.
4 for me, jetpack and the underwater breather thing. I always wanted one of those. I remember playing around as pretending to be underwater with one of those small little things. I thought it was brilliant.
And
because
that is another page of your book.
and you can. Hi, Tom. I love you. It's a 4 from me.
Cool. Funny names. Humming's a 0 from me.
Gonna go
Yeah,
to 2, I think. I mean, the names are good, but they're not hilarious.
Yeah.
It's a 1 from me.
Yeah.
Yeah, 1.
Okay, so it's 4. Villain. Quite a good villain, though.
Yeah, the villain's great, and number 2 is great, obviously, as well.
Yeah.
Yes. Always
His
great.
name is number 2.
Yeah. You look so healthy and youthful. And Frau. Ah, right.
It's a 3 from me for villain. So yeah, don't know about anyone else. Where have you got, Russ?
I'm gonna go 4, I think, as well. 'Cause
Ooh.
is this Blofeld's first movie?
Don't think so.
It's not, is it? No.
No.
Well, not the one where he properly appears.
Oh, you see him kind of in silhouette, don't you?
You do. It's actually the next film where you see the sort of the iconic Blofeld image. Yeah, with the cat.
I might go 3 then. I'm going to go 3. for
Okay,
villain.
so
Knock
6.
one off.
Tom?
It's a 2 from me.
Oh, 8 then.
3.
Duncan? 3. Okay, solid 11. Theme tune.
Tom Jones.
It's quite good. I quite like this one.
He always runs while other men walk. Da-da-da-da.
But
Bam, bam.
But
gonna
it's just a big Welsh bloke screaming Thunderball as well, which is it's great, isn't it?
It's a 3 from me. I like
For
this.
that reason, I give it a 3.
Yeah,
Yeah, 3.
yeah.
3.
Big
Alright.
Welsh bloke screaming. That's always good.
And overall score
6.
6 for me as well. Duncan, Tom Duncan.
I'm going 7.
Ooh.
I like the underwater thing. I
Yeah,
like the
this
sharks.
this kind of like this is your niche, isn't it? So yeah.
But Thunderball is bang on number 12 in my ranking, so it gets just. I'm going to give it 1 above the middle, so it gets 6.
Okay, so it's 26. Okay, someone added all these up, or shall I add them up?
I thought you were, sorry.
Oh, okay, I can add them up.
I didn't get the total of the gadgets and cars. What was the total of gadgets and cars? I've got a auto sum going, so
68 in total.
I've been on an Excel course.
Same as Dr. No, that got, by the way.
One and another one makes 2, and another one makes 9, and 3, and number blocks. Just me? No, you guys are looking blank faced.
Next up, you only live twice.
Twice. Oh yeah, I've got the car for this one. Yeah, here it is.
What you do?
The Toyota 2000 GT.
Yeah.
Boom.
I forgot it was that.
With a little rocket launcher at the back.
Yeah.
And there's Blofeld as well.
This was
He's
Mr.
the same.
Bond.
He's the same size as the car.
This
Yeah,
was the other
good.
little. Wasn't this also another little helicopter? He had.
I think there was a little gyrocopter, wasn't there?
That's
in
it, the
description,
gyrocopter.
Yeah.
And it was the stealthy. The boat also had some gadgets in, I think.
Yeah. So gadgets in this one: retracting bed,
Yep.
Microphone.
Needs that.
microphone purse, a safe cracking gadget, trapdoor slide. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. X-ray screen, in-car video conference, explosive lipstick,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
little Nelly gyrocopter,
Little Nelly
Yeah.
is incredible.
baby rocket in cigarette.
Oh yeah. yeah. Why did I have to get that one?
Oh, here we go. This is a good point. Paul said, "I love this film, but it's really, really problematic."
Oh,
Little
hugely.
Nelly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Warrington's own Burkwalk. It has got Hank Scorpio hollowed out volcano though.
Do you remember who wrote the script?
No.
It was Roald Dahl.
Really?
Roald Dahl wrote the
Why
screenplay.
it's problematic then?
And why the twits appear in it halfway through.
It was a bit weird, yeah. Shane Rimmer of Thunderbirds. So
Loosely based. I love that.
remember a great deal about this one, if I'm honest with you. I remember Blofeld, obviously.
There are some super racist bits in this.
That's
Yes.
yeah, that's the one thing I do remember about it is this one hasn't aged very well at all.
It hasn't, no.
No.
No, it's the one with the astronaut kidnapping in
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
And Project Gemini.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, with Blofeld's in it. You've got what was it? Blofeld explains to Bond that his plot is to fake in front of each superpower that Bird 1 is an enemy spacecraft to transform the Cold War into World War III. Of course, simple. Sounds so simple when he explains it like that. It's the one with Tanaka in as well. It's
Yeah.
and Osato.
Yeah. Tagline: Welcome to Japan, Mr. Bond. Can you please hurry up and leave now?
Yes, yeah, please, just go.
It's got phallic rockets noshing each other off. Paul says.
Yeah, that's it.
That's true.
Oh, I love it. Okay, cool. Let's
Let's rank it.
yeah. Theme tune for this one.
You only live twice.
It's Nina Simone, isn't it?
Is it?
You only live twice.
It is, isn't it? It's yeah.
It's good.
So...
It's a good one. Even though all I can yeah,
then it's Robbie Williams.
Fucking Millennium by Robbie Williams. Yeah, now I remember. Yeah. Yeah. Nancy Sinatra.
Nancy Sinatra. Sorry, not
Yes,
Nina Simone.
yeah.
She
No.
does. Yeah.
None of them, I think.
Some
Just-
say that we are players.
Yeah.
Some say that we are pawns.
Don't.
But we've been making money since the day that we were born. Got to slow down. Slow down. Slow down, Robbie. Slow down. Don't go
Yeah.
smoking with Oasis. What were you thinking? Do you remember that from Star Stories?
Yeah. What do you?
Hello, I am the devil. I mean, hello, I am Nigel Martin Smith.
Did you ever see that video of his wife in labour and he's walking along
Wanker.
with the bed,
What a wanker.
rapping at her?
Yeah. And she's there going, fuck you, fuck you.
I will fucking kill you.
Fuck you, I hate you. Fuck you, tell him to die.
Oh no! You put this baby in me.
What a knob.
Yeah, total bellend.
And brilliantly in Star Stories where he comes in and does his impressions. I think he does impressions, doesn't he? Like, good game. And like the Gary character just goes, Nigel, we've got to hire him. He's really got something that I've never seen before. Nigel Martin Smith character just goes, have you ever been to Butlins?
Right, scores.
Okay. Gadgets first, then.
I'm gonna go 4.
It's pretty packed, so I'm going to match that with another 4.
I'm going 3 as well. I'm going to be a harsher critic than you guys, apparently. So I'm going, Duncan?
Yeah, I like Little Nelly, so I'm going 4.
Yeah, we should probably stop saying that.
Cool.
Okay, so 4, so that's 12, 15. Okay.
The character names.
Kind of rubbish.
Yeah, there's nothing super standout here, is there?
No.
2, I think I'm going to go for.
2 from me as well.
It's 2 from me, Bob.
Blofeld's the only memorable name, really. So, yeah, 2.
His interesting fact here from Alex says The Rock's dad plays an extra in it.
Amazing.
Yeah. God, so on fire tonight. So villain, Blofeld.
It's Blofeld, so that's a 5.
Yeah. It's a 5. Wow. I'm going to go 4. Tom and Duncan. Tom Duncan.
What's this one?
Villain.
Well, it's the original Blofeld, so I guess a 5 from me.
Cool.
I'm going 4.
Okay.
I like a good henchman. He hasn't got one.
True.
It's not a
Theme
bad
song.
shout.
It's 3 from me. It's a good theme song. It's not a great theme song.
I'm going to give it a 4. I do really enjoy that one.
Gets 3 from me.
Okay, 14. Duncan?
3 from me.
17. And how much do you actually like the film? Paul says, I think we should be grateful the character names were pretty bland in this one.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's not one where you want them to be taxing their imaginations, really.
It's a 6 from me.
It's a 5 from me.
I'm going 2. It's not one that I particularly
low rank.
have fond
You're making me
memory of.
wonder. I'm going to go lower then. I'm going to go 4. Yeah, okay, fine. Cool. So that's 11. Duncan?
I'm going 6.
Okay, 17 then. That's not a high score at all. So, 85, 45, 52, 60, 75. Still did okay, actually.
How did you get 75?
And then we gave it some high scores for the villain,
Oh, yeah.
mostly. So next up is...
Can we just also say that it was so problematic that it didn't do very well at the box office, so actually it saw the end of Connery's first run as Bond.
Yeah.
And opens up the stage for On Her Majesty's Secret Service.
Yep. Which has a fucking brilliant theme tune.
It has a brilliant theme tune, and also I don't feel like George Lazenby gets the credit he deserves for playing quite a dark Bond.
It's one of the darkest Bond films.
It's a very sad film, and it's actually probably the one film that stands out most in my mind as being incredibly faithful to the source material. Incredibly faithful. Lazenby had one of the darkest stories to deal with as that script, and also one of the biggest shadows to try and walk out from, considering how popular Connery was as a Bond. But he played up to it really well, even breaking the fourth wall and going, "This never happened to the other fella," which of course is immortalised his character. I reckon that they shouldn't have brought Bond back for the next film myself, but that's just my opinion. I think Lazenby had a really good crack at Bond, and I think he did a really good job. And actually, if you rewatch it these days, I think most people come to that same conclusion. He shouldn't be dismissed.
Very well put, Tom. I like that. It's not me stalling while I try and go on the next page at all.
That's the one also with the gadgets. I can't remember all the gadgets, but what was one of them, because they were at a ski resort as well, and didn't they have gadgets in that? in the ski poles I could just be thinking of.
So you're thinking of a Dalton film? No, sorry, you're thinking of.
But more Spy Who Loved Me.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
So
That is fucking ridiculous. That's the bit. Yeah.
But the reason why there's the confusion is that it's pretty much it's the Aston Martin DBS, the 1968 DBS car, which is only in 4 scenes apparently it says, and there's nothing really gadget wise. I think the only thing it had was a sniper rifle in the glove box.
Yeah, I don't remember this one being particularly gadgety.
No.
There was a Mercury Cougar XR7, which was the red-on-red convertible. There was a Rolls-Royce Silver Shadow, a Phantom as well, Phantom 4 actually.
By the way,
and it
the
had big people in
DBS,
it.
the DBS is up there as one of my favourite Bond cars as well. It's just really cool looking, really powerful.
It is, isn't it? Yeah. It was when Aston was sort of foregoing the kind of classic car vibe, and we're trying to bring it into line with muscle cars.
Yeah, do like that a lot. Okay, should we go quite quickly through this one then? It's okay. There's not a great deal to talk about. So, gadgets and cars, not a great deal. The car's quite nice. I'm going to go 3.
It's a 2 from me, boss.
5.
2,
Yeah,
I think. Yeah.
yeah. So 7. Duncan.
Which one are we doing? Gadgets and cars?
Yeah.
I think 2. I like the cars, but there aren't that many gadgets.
Names? No, not
Nothing
really.
super special, really.
Nope. Not really.
They're just Blofeld, really.
Just Blofeld. So I'm
Who played Blofeld?
Telly Savalas.
This is Telly Savalas.
Oh, you didn't do Belly Savalas, did you?
But I did do
Kabumbo.
Kabumbo.
Yeah, so it's for names. It's a 1 from me. It's not good for names.
Okay,
I'm gonna match
2.
2, 4.
I don't
Okay,
know why.
Duncan.
For names, it's Blofeld again, so yeah, 2.
2. Okay, so that's 6. Villain.
This is basically just Blofeld again, isn't it?
Yeah,
just
it
Blofeld.
is.
So I'm gonna go 3.
Yeah, I'm going.
It's not
3
that
as well.
Blofeld is bad. It's just it's not a new villain.
Yeah.
I
That's it.
am going with 4 because it's Blofeld and it's just the ending.
Yeah,
It's
true.
the way the villains do it in the end. The villains win,
Mm.
sort of.
It was definitely a more evil version of Blofeld, so I guess 3 from me.
Okay, so that's 13 for that. Theme tune. It's getting a 4. It's not getting a 5. It is fucking
4
great.
for me. Cracking
Yeah.
song.
Yeah.
It's a 3 for me.
Okay. 11. Duncan.
I'm gonna give. I love it. I love this one.
Yeah.
It's a 4. I think it's
Nice.
great. And then the what was it? Portishead.
Oh, it was
Propeller heads.
Propeller did a fucking great
Fucking
remix
brilliant.
of it. Yeah.
So, I mean, admittedly, I'm being influenced by that, but the remix is so faithful to the original orchestration, and the orchestration is fantastic, and it's so big, and it has no vocals, and it's one of those that it's just a tune. So yeah, 4.
Film then. 6 for me.
7.
Okay, 13. Tom.
So OHMSS is actually my 6th favourite film in the Bond lot. So for me, it gets a 7.
Nice. 40, 20. Duncan.
6.
26. Cool.
Yeah, 6. Actually, no, sorry. Give it a 5. Lower it 1.
Okay. You lowered it from 69 to 68. I hope you're happy.
I'll keep it there. But, just love it.
Yeah. Okay then. So we're on to
The last Connery film.
Yeah.
The last proper Eon film, Connery film.
Diamonds Are Forever.
Diamonds are forever, are forever, are forever.
Fucking great theme tune, admittedly. So yeah.
Forever.
However,
And ever.
I'll be quite blunt with this one.
It ain't great, is it?
It's not good.
Apart from Die Another Day,
Yeah.
it's probably the worst. It's the worst Connery film by far, and it's my 23rd out of 24.
It's.
Yeah.
My real problem with it is it just ignoring the amazing place that the last one ended at.
Yeah.
Like completely ignoring it.
Yeah.
He does not. He doesn't give a shit by the time this film starts.
Yeah.
No, and actually Connery himself was looking a bit doughy, and definitely, I mean, he donated his fee to charity, which pretty much says everything about it. He didn't really care about it, didn't really want to come back for it, and you can tell because his performance in it is very. It's someone described it as phoning it in. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not great.
But
Real
I
shame.
quite enjoy it. I think it's actually got some of the better henchmen because I love I can't remember their names, but the two guys that are
A wincing
clearly
kid.
Yeah.
They like the idea of there being like these two very skilled assassins on him, but like they're again some extremely problematic stuff with their portrayal in the film.
Cool car though. It's got a cool car in it at least.
So the Triumph Stag,
Yeah, I'm looking at the Ford Mustang as well.
the Mach 1.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And the moon buggy.
there is that as well.
Yeah.
It's very good.
It's actually quite a list, really, isn't it? I mean, the Triumph Stag, the Plymouth Fury, the Ford Galaxy 500, the Mustang, the Ford Econoline, which is brilliant to see a van, sort of like people carrier sort of thing. Lincoln Continental, Ford Custom 500, the Thunderbird. There was a Ford Thunderbird in it. I keep forgetting that, and the Mercedes-Benz 600, which of course Blofeld drives around.
It's got like a sort of a voice changing thing, hasn't it? It's like a whole machine though. It's not like the little plaster that they put on in Mission Impossible.
Should we just go straight into?
Let's rank it, baby.
Yeah.
Okay.
What other gadgets were there?
Pocket mousetrap,
Always useful.
hydrofoil, fingerprint camera, a fake fingerprint. So that's pretty laboured to start with, isn't it? Let's be honest. Blofeld's voice algorithm recorder, Blofeld's satellite as well. Slot machine ring, Blofeld's oil rig.
Blofeld's gazebo,
And the
Blofeld's
face chasing.
pool house.
Batho sub as well, which is how Blofeld escapes. And cake bomb.
Cake bomb.
Yeah.
Well, it's getting a 5 for me.
Yeah. So let's start gadgets. It's getting a 3 from me. It's not wonderful, but yeah.
It's middling.
Yeah.
3.
Yeah, 3 for gadgetage.
Cars and gadgets. Some nice cars in it.
Yeah.
Like the moon buggy. It gets a 4.
Okay. Oh,
Nice,
so
Sam.
that's 13 then. What was next?
Character names.
Character names. Rubbish.
Yeah, 1.
Yeah, 1 from me as well.
Tiffany
Yeah,
Case. You can't make any jokes out of that. It's just a name.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's no. I thought Christmas only comes once a year.
Mm.
Good one.
Yeah.
I wonder how the person who wrote that felt when they submitted that line.
Well,
Dirty.
hopefully they never worked
I
together.
hope a little bit of them died on the inside when they first heard that spoken aloud.
Yeah. Oh, this is my job.
I did that.
So what, we're on 4 so far, Duncan?
2.
Okay, so that's 6. Villain?
You go 2. It's Blofeld
Yeah.
again, but it's kind of a more
2 as
cartoony
well.
Blofeld in this, isn't
Yeah,
it?
it is, yeah. It's getting a bit ridiculous, yeah.
2.
I'm going to give it a 3. I like the engine.
6, that's 9. Theme tune. It's great. It's getting a 4 from me.
3, I think. Hey, I'm harsh but fair.
I think I would probably agree with Russ on that. I think 3.
Dan has brought up the Bond girl name, Plenty O'Toole. Hi, I'm Plenty. Of course you are.
Is she in this one?
Yeah.
Yeah. Still.
Yeah. So
yeah, she is. Yeah.
I'm getting the theme for
10. So 14 for the theme. Film. Tom, you can start this one then.
What, Diamonds Are Forever?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it's my last but worst film. So it's going to get well, to be honest, I think 1 might be taking the piss slightly, but yeah, I think 1.
Okay, let's get a 2 from me.
2.
Yeah.
5.
Wow.
There are films I
thrown
really
off the
dislike.
average.
So what was that? 3 2s and a 5.
52 is currently the worst film on this list. Yeah. Mm-hmm. A couple of points. Dan says, I recommend listening to the Dollop podcast about George Lazenby and how he basically blagged his way into becoming Bond.
He kind of accidentally became Bond, didn't he?
Yeah. Dollop is a great podcast anyway. Paul Edge says, both Savalas and Lazenby gets nod and Stephen Toad's autobiography.
Mm-hmm.
Makes me wonder, I should really need to listen to that. Right. So, Live and Let Die?
Well, do we want to start the Moore films now we've finished the Connery run?
Should we call it a day here and then?
At 10:10, I think, considering we've got the campest era of Bond to come.
We are barely a third of the way through.
Okay, so this might be a 3-parter then.
Yeah, I think so.
It saves us having to think of something to do for the next 2 weeks, doesn't it?
There is that. Yeah. Okay. So back
because
next week
we'll
to
probably
do more.
as we start to. Yeah, some of them we'll want to talk about for more than others.
I think we'll get through. I mean, Moore had one of the longest runs of films, I think.
Yeah.
But I think we could probably get Moore and Dalton done next time, and then do Brosnan and Craig in the last part.
And I will hopefully have seen the new film by that point as well.
Yes, that would be nice, wouldn't it, to cap it off? Of course, this is coming at a brilliant time because, of course, yesterday, if you're watching the stream, was the premiere of the film, which has received rave reviews. Admittedly, some people have said that the nearly 3-hour runtime was a bit much.
I think with bearing how long they've had that film in the can and ready to go. Like, for a start, if the reviews hadn't been positive, some people's minds would have just collapsed.
Yes, I think so.
The amount of work they've put. And I bet they've been like tweaking it and fiddling it over lockdown as well.
When I came into the shopping centre this morning, the area outside the cinema was rammed. Like I think people were going to see it today. I thought it came out tomorrow, but I think people were going to see it today. So
I can only give the theme song a score because
I haven't heard it actually. Who's doing it?
You probably have, but you probably instantly forgot it because it's fucking boring.
I like it.
Who is it?
Dreadful.
Billie
Eilish.
I think it's very good.
It's boring as fuck.
I do want to see it, but I'm not going to go
well.
sit in a cram cinema. I might go like when it's been out for 3 months at 4 o'clock on a wet Wednesday.
I'm gonna go. I think tomorrow morning. Might be the time to go, and I'll go and see it on like a tiny screen or something. So yeah, but yeah. As the Bond themes go on, it's much more up and down. I think in the future. So I'm looking forward to that because I've listened to all the Bond themes. So yeah. I might try and watch all the Roger Moore films by the time we do the pod next time. So,
Good luck. It gets a bit creepy.
Yeah, creepy Uncle Bond by the end of it, isn't it?
Yeah. By the end of it, the safari suits were looking very tired.
Cool.
Very cool.
Awesome.
So there we go. A nice start to our what will probably turn out to be a 3-parter of ranking the Bond films based on all those lovely categories. This is great. Loving this. We're going to keep this going. So as I said, we've managed to get the Connery and Lazenby films out of the way. We're going to be doing and trying to break the back of it and do Moore and Dalton in the next episode, and then the third part will be Brosnan and Craig. Which will be very exciting. Lots of cool cars and all that sort of stuff coming up. So stay tuned to the stream, which will be at the same time next week and the same time the week after that. if you want to interact with us and you want to share any of your news, views and opinions, anything about Bond films, anything about the cars, the girls, the ladies, then please do on our social media channels. The tag is at TMTOOH, that's for Instagram, Facebook and Twitter. If you go to our Instagram, you will also see that the link in the bio will lead you to the Discord channel, where, to be fair, considering we're doing something that's so close to my heart, I'm going to whack up some stuff about Bond, some good articles that I read recently, which would be nice to share with you all. So head over to our Discord channel if you like that sort of thing. Dan, I'll hand over briefly to you. What pods have we got sort of coming out? Get that yawning system.
Sorry.
Sorry.
You up, Dan.
No, last night we recorded the Gents pod till 2 a.m. and I'm chatted. But we've got 2 more pods in addition to this one going up this week that I forgot to put up last week. And then we are up to date, I promise. And I think if I can get a chance to go see it, we're going to be doing a Shang-Chi spoiler cast as well.
Mm-hmm.
Very nice. So stay tuned to SoundCloud, Spotify, iTunes. Oh,
I've done it again, Tom. I've done it again. Sorry, Tom. I'm going to try and get, for all the fans of Critical Role out there, some point either this week or next week, the Critical Role Campaign 2 end of campaign review done as well. So I've got a few people lined up who are interested in doing that. So we're going to try and get that done next week.
Plunged myself into darkness. Sorry about that.
Wait, who said that?
Here I am. Anyway, as I was saying, do stay tuned to the stream next week, same time, next week, same time after that, week after next. And yes, SoundCloud, iTunes, Spotify, those are the places to go if you want to listen to the podcast and any of the ones that we've done before. And you'll also find all the stream videos on our YouTube channel as well, so do head there. I never remember to plug the YouTube channel, but of course that's where everything is. Mm-hmm. I recently rewatched our coronavirus video, which was really interesting.
For pleasure?
Yeah, it was really interesting to listen to it all again. I'd completely forgotten how good a podcast that was. It was great. So I implore anyone who maybe wants to cast their mind back, go back and watch that podcast, because we had some very nice guests, including Duncan's wife, Dr. B, and Dr. Matt as well.
We basically solved it, didn't we?
Basically solved it.
That's why everything's fine now.
Yeah.
Well, if they had listened to us, we had solved it.
There you go, that's the problem.
Oh, there we go. So there we go. That's all we got time for. So thanks very much for joining us on tonight's stream. I'm going to say goodbye to Duncan. It's lovely to have you back.
Cheery bye. I'm off to find my bank card.
Goodbye, Russ.
Lost it.
Laters.
Oh.
Another anecdote for the book there, Duncan. And goodbye, Dan.
Yeah, bye.
And on that note, let's cue the music.